Now, Lake of the Ozarks news update. Stories, events, activities, and entertainment information of interest in and around the lake area.
I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And welcome to the First Lake News Update of 2014.
Today we're going to be discussing Eagle Days,
cold weather impact at the lake,
a New Year's baby,
Isla del Sol Causeway,
a missing person advisory,
erosion underneath the community Tollbridge,
the closing of 3 fire stations,
college scholarship opportunities for at-risk students,
and much more right after the break.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car, quick, easy, and professional every time.
Welcome to Furniture Showrooms by JC Mattress. We've been providing the bedding and furniture needs for the lake area since 1988. We carry premium bedding lines that include Serta, Restonic, Spring Air, and our own JC Mattress brand, manufactured right here in Central Missouri. And if you're shopping for fine furniture, JC Mattress sells name brands such as Broyhill, Flexsteel, Lazy Boy, Bassett, and more. Come browse our showroom located at 5645 Osage Beach Parkway, next door to Osage Beach City Hall. Open 7 days a week.
You might say last weekend was for the birds at Lake of the Ozarks, and you'd be right. It was the annual Eagle Days, and Lake TV flocked to the event.
You see it on our American currency. You see it on the presidential seal. And if you were one of the hundreds of folks who crowded the viewing room at Osage National Golf Resort this past weekend, you were one of the lucky ones who had the chance to see it up close. It's the American bald eagle and the undisputed star of Eagle Days at Lake of the Ozarks. The World Bird Sanctuary held hourly demonstrations complete with live eagles, including Patriot, a bald eagle, and some of the other eagles you might see at Lake of the Ozarks. Eagle Days has grown from a sparsely attended event of 651 people back in 1999 to last year's attendance of almost 4,000. World Bird Sanctuary Education Director Mike Zalowski.
And look at this, look at the crowd. It's a family activity. We've got grandparents, we've got parents, we've got kids, we've got everything. We've got scout groups, we've got school groups. I mean, this is just a great activity. They can stay warm for a few minutes in here, seeing our live eagles, and then go out by the dam, below the dam with the spotting scopes, or at Wilmore Lodge, and look at the birds through the spotting scope.
Over at the Wilmore Lodge, bird watchers employed some pretty exotic-looking telescopes to search the cloudy skies over Lake of the Ozarks for a glimpse of an eagle or two, and they weren't disappointed.
Maybe an hour ago, and it flew just not 15, 20 feet overhead here, and then dived down into the lake to get a fish.
There were programs at the country club out off Route HH too, and Lake TV caught up with a young Eagle Days attendee who gave us her take on the event.
I like Eagle Days because I get to learn things about the eagles that I've never learned ever before, and I get to know more about why they are here and what they stand for at the United States of America.
Lake TV wrapped up its coverage of Eagle Days with a visit with Scout Troop 232 and their contribution to the event, the building of an actual eagle's nest with a little help from the older set.
And this one you're looking at, the kids built. Yeah. We started it, but the kids all put this together and made this into a realistic eagle nest. How long did it take?
Well, the kids were building on it for several hours this morning.
Yeah.
And as we close this report on Eagle Days, we'd like to give a special thanks to our cameraman and editor, Andrew Evans. Great job, Andrew.
And then the cold weather came on Sunday, closing churches, schools, and businesses as plow trucks fought powdery snow that measured up to 6 inches in some parts of central Missouri. That, combined with gusty winds, made it an uphill battle for crews trying to clear the roads. Temperatures dropped into what we hope will be the coldest for this winter, hitting -6 degrees in areas around the lake. This weekend is expected to be warmer, though, with temperatures rising into the 40s.
Before the storm blew in, Lake Regional Health System welcomed its first baby of the new year on January 2nd. Caden Dwayne Smith was born to Adam and Jasmine Smith at 3:03 a.m. He weighed 7 pounds, 5 ounces, 19.5 inches long. Jasmine Smith says the family had scheduled a delivery for January 3rd, but Caden had other plans. The Smiths, who live in Camdenton, also have a 2-year-old daughter, Ava. As Lake Regional's New Year baby, Caden and his family received a $25 gift card donated from Central Bank and a portable play yard donated by Lake Regional.
A causeway connecting Isla del Sol with the mainland could soon be one step closer to approval. Ameren, Missouri says Rockwood Bank, which owns the condos on the island, has submitted a permit application. Shoreline Management Supervisor Jeff Green says that application could be approved by the end of January. It would then go to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission for review. If the causeway is approved, it would consist of a 300-foot, 2-lane asphalt road with guardrails and would be the first structure of its kind at the lake.
A missing person advisory has been issued by the Camden County Sheriff's Office for Camdenton resident Donald Lee Irwin. Irwin reportedly went missing December 29th after telling his wife he was going to the store. He was last seen driving a silver 2002 Hyundai Elantra. Irwin is described as 5 foot 8 inches tall, 190 pounds, with long brown hair in a ponytail and a full beard. He's also disabled, missing his left leg. He was last seen wearing a blue coat, blue jeans, gray shoes. Anybody with information about his location should contact the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
A federal grant could help stop erosion underneath the community Tollbridge. The Lake of the Ozarks Watershed Alliance has applied for just under $300,000 in grant money from the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and the Environmental Protection Agency. If the application is approved, LOA would use the money to install riprap along the peninsula under the southwest side of the bridge. This is one of the busiest areas on the water, and the rough water has caused the point to recede by over 51 feet in the 15 years since the bridge was built. That erosion has put an estimated 7 million pounds of sediment in the water, including over 14,000 pounds of nitrogen and 4,000 pounds of phosphorus. The riprap would put an end to erosion and would also create a habitat for local fish and plant life.
Budgetary decisions by the Mid-County Fire Protection District have created a stir in Camden County after the district's proposed levy increase was rejected by voters last November. The board has announced it will be closing 3 of the district's 6 fire stations. That could spell higher insurance rates for many homeowners in the district. Mid-County had struggled with budget issues for years and had been relying on its reserves and grant money to maintain its level of spending. After a levy increase was rejected by voters for the 4th time, the district has chosen to make cuts in order to balance the budget.
This Saturday is the deadline for Lake area students seeking a college scholarship from the Simon Youth Foundation. The foundation's community scholarship will award up to $1,500 to one student considered at risk who will be graduating in the class of 2014 and who lives within 50 miles of a Simon property. A $2,500 scholarship renewable for 3 years will also be given to the top candidate among the winners. Simon operates the Osage Beach Premium Outlets, and the Simon Youth Foundation has awarded scholarships for 14 years. Applications may be picked up at Guest Services Center at the Outlet Mall in Osage Beach. Now here's a look at some events happening around the lake this weekend. On Friday, local Chamber of Commerce will host the January Eggs and Issues Breakfast. The breakfast is scheduled from 7 to 9 a.m. at the Lake Valley Golf Club and Country Club in Camdenton.
And in case you didn't know, Fridays are senior days at West Side Lanes from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bowling is only $1.25 per game if you qualify, and you only have to be 55 years old to qualify as a senior.
So does that mean you're double qualified, Bob?
No, but it does mean that you're closer to being a senior than you might think.
Well, at least bowling is cheap. Lastly, the Winter Bass Team Challenge continues this Saturday at Robbins Resort. 50 boats will be allowed to compete in the event, sponsored by Bassing Bob. For more details or to register, contact the resort. This has been your Lake News Update, brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com. I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
See you next time. If you want to put that. Just sounded like a weird ending.